Tell me about U.S. gas supply, if you look back 10, 20 years and today.
Well, I would even just go back 5 years ago. I mean, 5 years ago, we were in a state that I think had existed for the last 10 or 15 years, which was we were in decline, and we were running out of new things to do. There was a feeling that we had to have access to new areas, whether it be in the Rocky Mountains or offshore in Alaska, because everything was worn out in the U.S. But my eyes, brain, head were all turned by the discovery of the Barnett Shale, which we kind of came to the realization was a real thing in 2004. And so, in my view, the modern gas industry is going to be defined as having occurred in about 2004.
And you say modern gas industry. What does that mean?
Well, I mean, we found gas first, I guess, for commercial use in 1840 in Fredonia, New York, actually out of the Marcellus Shale. So we've been using it for 165 years and looking for it the way we used to look for, or the way we still look for oil, which is in conventional traps where your odds of success are relatively low, and the scale of your discoveries is relatively low as well. Now we look for gas in all the areas we were told to avoid before, which was in tight sands and then in shales. And the way I kind of think about it is shale is the kitchen of the oil and gas industry, and everyone's always known that oil and gas was cooked in the kitchen. And then the food was taken out, or in geological terms, expelled into other formations around it. And you can find a lot more food in the kitchen than you can in the dining room generally. And so that's kind of my analogy. And so we've moved from this perpetual state of scarcity to now this new state of abundance that I think we'll be in for decades and decades.
As you look out 10 to 20 years from now, then what do you see?
Well, the future, I think you can look at it a couple different ways. One, you can look at it from how much gas is there out there. And in the United States, I think there's about 2,000 trillion cubic feet of gas.
2,000 trillion.
Yes, which would be 2 quadrillion cubic feet of gas, which is enormous. Or said another way, it's about 100 years of supply at present consumption standards. And to imagine that you never have to make any other discoveries and you've got 100 years of any resource is just extraordinary.